I was originally working with the East Central Wisconsin Regional Planning Commission. It first came up in the early 1980s when the Corps of Engineers was looking at abandoning the lock system. And we started exploring what the locks were, looking at the value of the locks, trying to keep them open. Well, the primary needs were to keep the Corps from actually filling the locks in. They did what was called mothballing the system. So they didn't do any basic maintenance on it. Well, they just slowly deteriorated. The masonry, tuck pointing would start to deteriorate. Of course, the lock gates themselves, you start getting leakage and rotting. There was a big push of public support to try and preserve the system at that time. But I think what happened is we came up with a very good plan for how the system would be rebuilt, how it would be financed, which was the big issue. And we came up with a financing plan that said that we could rebuild the system and then maintain it almost indefinitely. And it ended up that we built it actually for less than what we said. And we had to do a lot of work between the local governments, the private groups, the state of Wisconsin, the federal government, to pull the whole thing together. And then we came up with a viable plan, long-term plan that said it's going to work. And it essentially did. You know, the Fox River is why we're here. Essentially, the Fox Cities wouldn't be here if it wasn't for the river and the early development of the river. And of course, the lock and dam system was the principal determinant for that development. So from a historic perspective, I think you know, it's probably the historic resource, unique resource that we have in the Fox Cities.